5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thanks for all of you. I'm sorry I've been in and out doing multiple hearings as we do. It's good to see you again, Mr. Horowitz. Mr. Dodaro, it's good to see you, and welcome to Mr. Smith. So I guess I'm going to try to broad shoot this thing here. Is there any money not expended in any of the COVID relief packages that you're aware of?
Yes. There's about, as of November 2022, there's about 157 billion unobligated funds.
Okay, unencumbered, unobligated, unspent.
Right.
Okay, great, thank you. And what is the total amount that you estimate was spent through either fraud, improper payments, or waste in any of those programs? Go ahead, Mr. Horowitz.
So, Congressman, it's even at this point too early to give any estimate that's reasonable. What I've said before, and I'll say again, it's clearly in the tens of billions of dollars. It wouldn't surprise me if it exceeds ultimately more than $100 billion. But we have so much work to do. It's why Congress extended the statute of limitations last year to 10 years. We're in year 3. And that's why we need that extension on the unemployment insurance side as well. So we're going to be counting and figuring this out for years to come. We're going to go after every penny we can. We're going to use every tool you give us, but it's going to take time, and we're not there yet.
Yes, so, Mr. Smith, I read that you had returned through an analysis of, I think, 30,000 financial institutions, something about $3 billion to unemployment insurance benefits. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And then, I want to get to this because I think this is interesting. During the last round of questioning, the assertion was made that there was $653 billion overall in unemployment insurance that was disseminated through those programs, and that the estimate was somewhere below 25% was improper payments, fraud, or whatever. So if that's the case, though, we're talking, I mean, is that accurate? Is that, first of all, I want to just make sure I don't want to be misstating something. Is that's what I understood the testimony to be?
Yeah. The Department of Labor estimated for 2021 improper payments of $78 billion, which is about an 18.9% rate. And in 2022, it estimated 18.9 billion. That's a 22% improper payment rate. And so those are the estimates of the Department of Labor. Now, it's mostly for, those estimates are for the regular unemployment benefits. It's not for the Pandemic Unemployment Insurance Fund. So those aren't complete estimates for all the federal spending that was made during the period of time.
Okay.
Labor Department is now trying to figure out the Pandemic Unemployment Insurance Program. That's the one that went to people who were self-employed or working part-time, or, you know, that was the new program that was created. The other federal programs extended the benefits or added to the benefit during that period of time. Those estimates are covered, and those programs are covered by the estimates, but not the other one, the new one.
Doggone, I'm more confused now than ever. But I'm just
yeah. Well, I just want to be clear on exactly what's happened.
No, I appreciate that. And,
right.
and as we go forward, maybe we could get together and just kind of suss out a little bit, you know, what that range might look like in totality versus.
Yeah. Now, what we've done is we've estimated on the unemployment insurance area, if you take the fraud rate and extrapolate it, that the low end of the estimate is greater than 60 billion.
Yeah, I saw that.
Right. And now we're working to try to figure out an estimate. Again, you know, no one that will know. I agree with Michael until all these investigations are underway. As I mentioned, the Labor Department IG is opening up 100 new investigations every week. And the PPV program has over 500 investigations underway. So there'll be investigations into fraud on this for a period of time. But we're trying to give a sense of what we think the magnitude would be.
Well, I look forward to continued discussion with you gentlemen. And I just have to, Mr. Chairman, my colleague from New York earlier mentioned fraud occurring within the unemployment insurance program in my home state of Arizona. What she did not mention is that Arizona actually identified the problem, partnered with a private sector company, and implemented an identity verification system, because it's kind of getting at what you're talking about there, that a Biden administration official at Treasury called, quote, kind of a silver bullet, close quote, and that, quote, almost immediately the fraud ring saw the game was up, close quote, once the tools were rolled out. And you had a 99% reduction in fraud once when we implemented those measures in my state. So I'd love to take a closer look at Arizona's response, how it worked, why it worked, and maybe we get there the federal level as well, Mr. Chairman. And so I appreciate, again, y'all being here today, and thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll yield back.